Shot. Time for some cockfighting. Suggested by Zapdo Striker 366. This was it. Izuku's friend Ochako had turned 16. That means he was now allowed to get his and her very first Pokemon. They had decided to wait till they were both at the right age. I changed the age of when you can get a Pokemon for reasons. Izuku was already dressed in his trainer outfit. He wanted to one day become the Pokemon champion of the region. He would most likely have to face Ochako first though. Mom, it's time for me to go now. Izuku went down the stairs to say goodbye to his mother. Good luck, Izuku. I wish you luck and be careful. And make sure you come by and rest sometimes. His mother loved him, but she knew she would have to let go one day. And she would be proud of him. No matter how far he got. Izuku hugged his mom and he left his house to find Ochako already waiting impatiently. Deku, what took you so long? You're 10 minutes late. Ochako puffed out her cheeks. Sorry Ochako. I was on the Switch in my room. Izuku was a bit ashamed. Geez, you're never playing that when I'm there. Anyway, we have to hurry before there's no more Pokemon. Ochako really wanted a Pokemon more than anything. Well, almost anything. She wanted something else even more, but she wasn't ready to share that with Izuku quite yet. Alright, let's go then. Izuku and Ochako went to their town's professor. They lived in a very small town, so it only took about a minute walk. Professor, it's us. Ochako announced her and Izuku's presence as soon as they came in. Midoriya and Uraraka, welcome. I presume that you're both here for your very own Pokemon. The professor grabbed a briefcase. That's right, Professor. Izuku hoped there would be something special. Well, I'm afraid I don't have much to choose at the moment. I only have 2 Pokemon. The professor opened the briefcase and took 2 Pokeballs out. First is Eevee. The professor tossed the Pokeball, letting the Eevee come out on the table. Ah, it's so cute. Ochako knew she wanted it immediately. The other one is a Riolu. The professor tossed the other Pokeball, letting the Riolu come out onto the table. I'll take this one then, since Ochako seems to be already in love with the Eevee. Izuku looked at Ochako, who was already friends with her Pokemon. Alright, here is some Pokeballs and of course a Pokédex. Make sure you study your Pokemon's moves before you go out. Good luck, you too. Now if you excuse me, I have to get back to my work. The professor went back to his work. Izuku and Ochako put their Pokemon back into their balls and went back outside and let them outside once more. Anything cool about your Pokemon, Ochako? Izuku asked as he was looking at his own Pokédex. It's a normal type Pokemon. It has moves Tackle, Leer, and Tail Whip. She's a girl and a low level. How about yours? Ochako looked over at Izuku's Pokédex. Riolu is a fighting type Pokemon. Its current moves is Quick Attack, Endure, and also Rock Smash. It's also low level and it's a boy. Izuku put away the Pokédex for now. Story continues below. Interesting. Let's go on Route 1 and see if we can capture some more together, Ochako suggested, since they were going that way anyone. They out their Pokemon back in their balls and headed towards the first route. However, when they got to the beginning of the route, they found someone in the way. Round Face and Deku, where the hell do you think you two are going? A boy around their age was standing with a lackey behind him. Kachan, we just got our Pokemon today and we are going out on Route 1, Izuku explained. HMPH. You have to get past me first. Bakugo took out his Pokeball and threw it, causing a nose pass to come out from the ball. Bakugo, really? That's not a fair fight. You're older than us by months, so you've had time to train. Ochako didn't want to deal with this douchebag on their first day of their adventure together. Bakugo snapped his fingers together. Another lackey came from behind and snatched Ochako's Pokeball from her hand and tossed it to Bakugo. Hey, that's my Pokeball. Give it back, Ochako demanded. I will if Deku beats me in a Pokemon battle. Bakugo tossed the ball in his hand. Don't worry, Ochako. I'll get it back for you. Izuku threw his ball, letting Riolu come out. Be careful, and kick his ass. Ochako believed in him. Let's start simple. Nose pass, go ahead and end this battle with rock throw. Bakugo commanded. Nose pass used its rock throw move, hitting the Riolu dead on, but it didn't do much. What? That should have ended it. Bakugo got pissed off. Kachan, your Pokemon is a rock type. Mine is a fighting type, meaning I have the advantage. Riolu used Rock Smash. Izuku threw his arm towards Bakugo's Pokemon. Riolu's arc started to glow. He jumped in front of Bakugo's Nosepass and smashed its fist into the face of the Pokemon, instantly knocking it out. Yes, I won. Izuku cheered from his first victory. You did it, Deku. Ochako gave him a victory hug without even thinking about it, making them both red. She let go after realizing what she was doing. Sorry, Deku, Ochako apologized. It's alright, Ochako. Izuku didn't really want her to let go. How did I lose? I'm supposed to be the next champion. Bakugo put his Nosepass back into his ball. Champion, you didn't even know the advantage difference between yours and Deku's. Now give me back my Pokemon, Ochako demanded. Fine, who would want a useless Eevee anyway? Bakugo tossed the ball back to Ochako, who was happy to have her back. Kachan, you should be nicer. Maybe we can all travel together. Izuku was too forgiving. No chance in hell I would with either of you. Just don't get in my way of becoming the champion or I will make you regret it. Let's go, Bakugo told his lackeys, and they went through the route. Is Eevee alright? Izuku turned his attention to Ochako's Pokemon. She is alright thanks to you, Deku. There's a town after this route so we can heal your Riolu and anything else we may catch along the way. Ochako was hoping she would catch a bug Pokemon next. Story continues below. It would also give us experience. They started to walk through the grass. After a bit of walking, a fletchling came out from the tall grass. Oh, I call dibs, Deku. Ochako immediately called out her Eevee. You can do it, Ochako. Izuku cheered for her. Eevee, use tackle, Ochako yelled out. Eevee tackled herself against the wild fletchling, causing it to get hurt. Ochako then threw a regular Pokeball at it. After a few seconds, the ball clicked, signaling a catch. Yes, I caught a fletchling. Ochako was happy to get 2 Pokemon in one day. Good job, Ochako. Now come on, we're almost out of the first route. Izuku watched her put new Pokemon away. They walked through the rest of the route and came across the next city, called Osaka Town. First stop, the Pokemon Center. Ochako announced. This town wasn't much bigger than their own little town, so it wasn't hard to find the center. Hello. Would you two like to rest your Pokemon? A Nurse Joy asked from behind the counter. Yes please, Izuku answered. I will just need your Pokemon in their balls please. The Nurse Joy took the balls. How long will it take, miss? Ochako asked the Nurse Joy. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Please sit and relax. The nurse put them in the healing machine. Izuku and Ochako took a seat while they waited. That Bakugo is a real jerk. I doubt it will be the last time we have to face him. Ochako knew that Bakugo disliked Izuku more, but she disliked Bakugo more than Izuku did. I don't doubt it, he really wants to become the Pokemon champion. Izuku has heard it dozens of times from him. You know Deku. We will most likely have to face each other for the title. Are you going to be okay with that? Ochako wasn't ready for that day. We've known this for years, Ochako. I'm ready for it, but that's assuming we can both get all 8 gym badges first. Izuku wasn't sure if he could even get one. We will. We've read everything there is to know about Pokemon, including items and advantages and disadvantages. Ochako remembered them always staying up late quizzing each other. Excuse me, both of your Pokemon are now fully healed, Nurse Joy called at them. She handed them their Pokemon back. Please come again, Nurse Joy smiled. Izuku and Ochako left the Pokemon Center with their Pokemon now fully healed now, so what now? On to the next route. Izuku suggested. I don't know. The first route was longer than I expected. How about we get something to eat first? Ochako hoped there was a place with mochi. Great, I'm starving. He felt his stomach rumble in hunger. They found a cafe where they served human and Pokemon food. Hello and welcome. What can I get for this lovely couple? Asked a waiter, making Izuku and Ochako blush in embarrassment. We aren't a couple, Izuku told the waiter. My apologies. What may I get for you two friends? The waiter fixed his question. I'll have a pre-cooked burger and a lemonade. Also 2 poke puffs please. Ochako was still embarrassed by the waiter's words. And I'll take a slowpoke tail and a tea please with 1 poke puff as well. Izuku was also still embarrassed. Very good, the waiter wrote down their orders and went away. Tea, that was embarrassing, Ochako spoke up first. Why yeah, it was, Izuku agreed. They decided to forget about what happened and they took their Pokemon out, letting them sit in their laps. Once their food came, Izuku feed his Riolu a poke puff and Ochako gave 1 each to her Eevee and her Fletching. Then they ate their own food and just talked about what they planned to do on their adventure. They didn't realize how long they were talking for, and soon the sun started to talk. Geez, guess we were having too much fun. Ochako looked at the sunset once they were outside. Guess we should get 2 hotel rooms for the night. They both went to the nearest hotel. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough money to afford 2 different rooms, so they had to share. Luckily for them, they had 2 beds inside, so they didn't have to share a bed together at least. They let their Pokemon out of their Pokeballs for the night and all 3 seemed to get along fine. Hey Ochako, what are you doing? Izuku asked Ochako as he was brushing his teeth. Just writing about today. I want to keep track of everything that we do every day. Ochako was writing in her diary while in bed. Izuku finished brushing his teeth and Kei laid in his own bed. Shiriolu jumped onto the bed with him and laid at the end near his feet. Ochako's Fletching and Eevee also jumped on her bed and they laid down near her head. Good night, Deku. Ochako almost instantly fell asleep. You too, Ochako. Izuku turned off the lamp on the bedside table and he drifted off to sleep, ready for their adventure tomorrow. As the journey continues, does anyone actually watch Pokemon anymore? I mean like newer ones. I don't, but I do play the video games, although they have been declining in quality since X and Y, to be honest.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side is thing. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.